Will the market go up or down? Should you lock in or float? Find out this and more with Master of the Markets, hosted by Barry Habib of MBS Highway. Brought to you by Caliber Home Loans. At Caliber Wholesale, our products make us different, and our people make us great. Caliber Home Loans Incorporated is an industry product leader with a full offering of core conventional and government products, coupled with our innovative non-agency portfolio lending products. Contact us to learn more.
Welcome to another edition of Master of the Markets. I'm Barry Habib at MBS Highway. This is created exclusively for Mortgage News Network, brought to you by Caliber Home Loans. And we've got some great programs for you. They do have a jumbo alternative, goes to $2.5 million, 50 DTI, interest only. Check it out. Last week, we got some more good news on housing. Housing really been on a roll. Almost Goldilocks, watching the numbers of appreciation nationwide at just around 5%. Now, that 5% level, of course, it's going to vary because different areas are going to be a little hotter, a little cooler. But if you just took that average, you need incomes to rise by about 1% if interest rates stay the same to keep up with it. And in fact, last week we saw incomes rising by 2.6% nationwide. If you go to the private sector, it's even greater than that. This is the best number we've seen in a year and a half. So essentially, we know that incomes are keeping pace with the rise in housing. And we know that interest rates are not going to skyrocket anytime soon. So the housing market, some very good news there. In addition to that, we did get pending home sales. We got new home sales, both very strong. In fact, the only thing holding back new home sales from being, pending home sales from being stronger, which is contracts on existing homes, was the fact that inventory levels are low. So we are seeing strong demand, tight inventory, a recipe for very firm pricing going forward. Still a great time to be in that market. We also heard from the Fed last week, and the Fed said that they weren't going to hike rates. It was pretty quiet. It was not a very highly anticipated Fed meeting, except for, of course, Esther George, who went back to thinking that we should be hiking rates at this time. The rest of the Fed members kind of scared, and maybe good reason, because the GDP number came in just pathetic. 0.8% for the first quarter, 1.2% for the second quarter. This deep into the expansion, you would think we'd see some growth in GDP. For the last 12 months, we're averaging 1.4% GDP growth. Just terrible numbers, and not that far off of recessionary figures. So, 1.2% for the last 12 months, 1% for the past 6 months. And this is very close to recession. What's a recession? Defined as 2 consecutive quarters with negative prints on GDP. So, pretty close to recessionary information here. So, something to think about. Remember that housing does hold up well in most recessions. 9 out of the past 10, only the last one, housing didn't do well. But 9 out of the past 10, housing does very well in recessionary times, and interest rates do decline. Now, in addition to that, this week we're going to see the big jobs report. What can we anticipate? Well, we know one component, which is the initial claims component, was extraordinarily strong. We know last month's number was a very good number. Interest rates right now look like they're on the decline. They should continue to move lower, but Friday's jobs report could change all of that. Right now, all the technical signals, the 10-year Treasury dipping back beneath 150, a very positive indicator. Looks to us like the 10-year wants to go lower. Mortgage rates do want to proceed to go lower. The stock market may actually roll over. And the catalyst for this to really evolve would be a weaker than expected jobs report. Coming off last month's blockbuster may very well be the ticket. We'll see. Talk to you next week. And if you haven't done so, get on board with MBS Highway, especially ahead of the jobs report. You need this information to share. There's so much marketing information to co-brand with your realtors. Get on board. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Your reputation with your referring business partners depends largely on the lenders you recommend. This is why you'll want to choose a partner who shares your commitment to customer service. At Caliber Home Loans, our products make us different and our people make us great. A leading product innovator. In addition to our core conventional, government, and jumbo loans, we've created our own non-agency portfolio lending products. These enable you to assist creditworthy clients who can demonstrate the ability to repay. To learn more, visit us online at caliberwholesale.com.
This is Mortgage News Network.